Now, Ring is one of the more visible names out there, and so of course we had to stop by the booth. But let's see what other tech they have to offer us this year. Now, you know those things that just make you say, well, yeah, duh. Well, check this out. Okay, the Ring's 5th generation doorbell is actually a peephole doorbell camera. It's actually pretty fantastic. So this thing goes right over your peephole, it drills in through the door, and you've got 3 devices, I guess, in one. You've got a peephole where you can look at it on the other side of the door, you've got a 1080p camera right there, and the doorbell. Check this out. It's also got some motion sensors inside, so if I knock on the door, it'll detect that and send me a notification to the app, just like if somebody had rung the doorbell itself. It also comes in handy if somebody's trying to, I don't know, break down the door, which I'm not going to do. But anyway, it's a pretty nifty device. Let's see what other doorbell cameras we have around here, though. All right, now we're getting into something pretty innovative here. This is the HipCam system, and what it is, it's a video doorbell, much like what you've seen before, but this one has an LCD screen on it. But it's also got 2 cool things attached. Now, this is an indoor version kind of that, and so what happens is you use this doorbell camera, and then that person will show up on the indoor camera, and vice versa. If you want to talk to them in a video conversation from inside the house or in the app on your phone, you can do that through this system. And another cool thing about this that I was not expecting until the guy showed me is you can take this, pick it up, like one of the old mobile phone systems, or not mobile phone, the cordless phones that you used to have in your house in the 90s. That's what this can do. It can go through the house using that system. So I've broken it now. I feel like that's all right. I turned it off. Anyway, so now that that's booting back up, basically the really cool thing I think about this is that you've got 3 different places. You got your doorbell cam, your indoor camera, and the app, and all 3 of them talk to each other any which way that you want to. And so it's a really nifty little ecosystem that you can use any way that you want to. Okay, we're over in the ADT booth, and they've got their own smart doorbell. Now, you look at it, doesn't look like that much, not much to brag about. But what's really cool about this one is the app that comes with it. With the app, I've got a live video feed, but the cool thing about this is that in the middle of that, thank you, Gundy, in the middle of that live video feed, I can manipulate the app, and so I can do different things in the app while looking at the video feed. That's something I haven't seen in other apps. Usually you have to exit that video feed and do whatever else it is. Open the door lock, open the garage door, whatever the case may be. So that's a nifty little integration there. All right, so here's another one to file under the, well, duh, yeah, category. This is the Altro Smartlock, and instead of up here, we're actually looking down here on the door. It's a smart door lock / video doorbell. So it integrates not only a doorbell, but also a smart lock. So if I want to unlock the door, it'll give it a second, it unlocks it for you, but it's also got that wide-angle lens in there. So again, it's kind of integrating 2 things that make a lot of sense to go together. A lot of doorbell cameras around here, a lot. And frankly, they all have a lot in common. So you're going to have things like, weatherproofing and motion detection and 1080p video and all that stuff. But most of them don't have anything that interesting. The Maximus Answer Dual Cam video doorbell, if I can use the full name here, is going to be a little bit different in one big way. And you can see it right there, dual cam. Well, I see one camera there, and you can't see the other one at that angle, but Derek, if you will kneel down a little bit, we got another camera right under here. So this video doorbell is going to give you a true 180-degree field of vision in both ways, both horizontally and vertically, so that you don't miss it if there's like a package sitting on your porch. There's no blind spot on that. So, like I said, a lot of doorbell cameras around here at CES are going to be the same thing, but this really does give us something at least a little bit innovative with the dual cam setup. So that's the Maximus Answer Dual Cam Video Doorbell. All right, now Zmodo's offering here, it's pretty standard, honestly, but there is one interesting thing about it. Now, you may be interested in the Zmodo doorbell camera if you have some other Zmodo devices, because obviously it's going to integrate well with those. But here's something interesting about it. It not only lets you do two-way talk with somebody at the doorbell, but you can pre-record 5 messages. So say you're busy, you're in a meeting or something like that, and you can't take the time to talk to whoever's at the door. It's kind of like those preloaded text messages you can send back to them. So you can pre-record a message, say, hey, just leave the package on the porch, that's great, something like that. So that's one interesting thing, I guess, about the Zmodo doorbell camera. Anyway, so that should do it. That's the doorbell cams. And now, that's not all the doorbell cams we saw. We saw a lot. There are dozens of them all over, it seems like, every booth in that section of the convention here. So we saw a lot, and frankly, we liked a lot of them. I can't think of any that we saw that we outright didn't like, but we decided to highlight the ones for this video that we thought were at least kind of innovative, that were doing something a little bit different. So I'm not going to go ahead and rank all of these, but a couple that I like the most. I like the HipCam a lot, kind of having that different take on the video operating between 3 different hubs, and the portability of that indoor unit was really great. So I like the HipCam, but I think the one that I liked the most was probably the Ring doorbell. It just seems like the most logical next step in where a video doorbell would go with that peephole. It also makes it really nice for renters, kind of opens up that video doorbell market really easily for renters, which may have had a little bit of a hard time, having something that they had to install. It made it easier for homeowners before, so renters have a better time with that now. Anyway, so like I said, we saw a lot more. If you have any that you want to highlight, that you want to let us know about, go ahead and hit up the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell icon so you can follow us for the rest of our CES content this week and in the weeks to come. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next review.